watery reaper for a reading test. What an apt poem to be read by her, I thought. All alone in this world, there was no one to tell her that I'm there for you. As she held the English text in her hand, she could only see a mass of indecipherable letters. H-D-E, Dioris, Biarrit, stammering and fumbling as she read. All the children burst into laughter. Ha ha! I told you, Sam, she's a loser. She will not be able to read this. The teacher screamed at Asha. Asha, you are a sheer waste of time. Why do you even come to school? Go back and sit down. Tears rolling from her eyes, she went back and sat down. Even that thin veneer of confidence in her was shattered by her teacher. As we walked back home together that day, she comes up to me and tells me, I'm hopeless. I'm a loser. I'm a waste of time. I can't do anything in this world. Please help me. I'm sinking. But that day, all that would come in my mind is that life is not about waiting for the storm to come and pass through you. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Respected Toastmaster, fellow Gaveliers and guests, a very warm good evening to each one of you.
Good evening.
That day, I put it to myself that I will restore her lost self-confidence. Our school festival, the youth festival, was back. We all were very excited for it. After all, who not waits for the school festivals? I nudged Asha to join the dance competition. But she didn't listen a one to me. All the people, all the critics were thinking, oh, what an introvert like her would do in the youth festival of our school. She's not having any scope. On that day, 29th of October, 2015, I just don't know what happened, but that stage was on fire. She swayed like a breeze to the beats of the gentle music. There was an aura of happiness and delight all around her. All her critics were speechless and spellbound. My friend had won the trophy. But that day she had won something more than just that trophy. She had won everyone's hearts that day. She brought several laurels to the school. She made our school proud. We studied together and we improved our reading skills, of course. Dear friends, we cannot do great things. Let's try learning to do small things in a great way. It's easy to be an escapist and run away from a situation. But small gestures of caring can make a huge difference in the life of an otherwise depressed soul. Caring can add years of happiness to a person's life. Today, we all are away from our homeland. Many of us away from our grandparents, and a few of us away from our parents. We all have a very busy schedule. Studies, work. Do you realize that just getting out 2 minutes out of this busy schedule, calling up your grandparents, chatting with them, hey grandpa, how are you? How is life in India? Can bring a huge smile in that old person's life. We often fail to realize that old age is more painful with neglect. We all celebrate our birthdays with great warmth. I mean, who doesn't? We have our friends home, we have cakes, we have birthdays, we go to McDonald's, we go to Village Home. But do we ever realize, have we ever thought, celebrating our birthday with all those orphan kids back there in the orphanage? That small gesture of celebrating your maid servant's birthday, teaching her son to read and write, can bring a huge positive difference in that poverty-ridden life. I agree that all of us want to make huge changes, do great things. But remember that great things begin with small beginnings. The Great Wall of China was not built in a day. That thirsty crow did not quench its thirst immediately. It was after putting pebble by pebble that the water came up. As I conclude my speech today, I would like to say, don't measure your duties as big or as small. When you do it, just give up your all. Wet clay, when given a shape, gives a new creation. Whether to make it beautiful or ugly depends upon your dedication. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Deputy Sneha. So now that we're done with our first session, that's subject speeches, we'll move on to the exciting part of our meeting, the table topic session. Today's table topic master is Gabriel Roshni. May I have
Gabriel of the day, Toastmasters and guests, a very good evening to you all. Good evening. Many a times in our daily life, be in school or at home, we are asked about something all of a sudden. Usually we find it hard to give a satisfactory answer. A little later, we will remember the correct answer and we may think, oops, I should have said this. But for Cavaliers, it's not a problem. We are trained to speak in promptu. Table Topics is a segment of Cavaliers meetings where members are given an opportunity to get trained by speaking for 2 minutes without repetition. I think this is the most interesting session in our meeting. You have 1 to 2 minutes. Minimum 1 minute is required to be qualified. If you exceed 2 minutes 30 seconds, you will be disqualified. Light green, amber and red will be displayed accordingly. So let's start with our first table topic speaker, Gabriel Saba.